Hello there, welcome to Roll Initiative Podcast, Episode 6, where we're doing a spoiler cast, or whatever you want to call it, on... What's the movie called I just saw?
Amer-
The Captain
Captain
America
America
Civil
Civil
War.
War.
That's a pretty great one. Um, Before the movie, I actually read the comic book. It's a mini-series, or I guess it's called a mini-series. It's 7 issues, which are like normal length, which are 20-25 pages each of the comic book. I read it over 2 days, probably about 2 to 3 hours, taking my time and looking at the pictures pretty thickly so I could find like all the little random stuff in it, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, but I really enjoyed both of them. If you just want to say it. So overall, did you like it, John?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a great
Yeah,
movie.
I went with
Yeah.
John to go see it at the IMAX Jordan's furniture thing in.
Yeah.
But it's nice because they have like these weird umbrella chairs, and I guess you can, if you spill ice cream on it, you can pick it up. And then we went to Fuddruckers, and that was pretty great. And I got some jalapenos on my burger, which I didn't taste until when I wasn't not eating the burger.
Oh,
Which is weird.
okay.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about that.
So I was thinking that we could say a few things that we liked and then a few things that we didn't like about it, and then we can just go from there.
I don't want to spoil it too much for all
It's
those
it's a
people.
spoiler cast. We can say everything we want.
I don't want to say too much though.
Well, Captain America dies at the end.
No, he doesn't.
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
Well, in the comic books,
that
yeah, it's right.
that happens in the comic book.
Yeah.
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 Not in the new.
But one big difference I did notice after reading the comic book, 40 people instead of like 6 in the movie, because I think they tried to flesh out all the characters. Some were more successful than others. Like I think
Yeah.
what they did for Black Panther was a really good
Yeah, that was definitely
add
a great
into it.
idea.
Spider-Man was really well into it, but
Spider-Man wasn't as good as Black Panther, but
mm,
I mean, he just randomly went to his house.
no. Well, yeah.
Iron Man just randomly showed up to this guy's house and said, "Oh yeah, you're the guy that's in a red suit, and you call yourself Spider Boy." First, he starts off with Spider Boy, and then it's Spider Man. Yeah, but I felt like Black Panther was much more like better like that.
Yes. Where does he live again? What is he the king of? Is it Nigeria?
No, it's not Nigeria.
It's someplace in Africa.
Yeah, somewhere.
But it's like tropically, at least in a part of it.
Yeah,
So I thought he lived on another planet when I was reading the comic book because I didn't know the backstory of him. But I guess he just lives in like a tropical place.
he lives on Earth.
Okay, that makes more sense now.
Definitely lives on Earth. Pretty
Okay.
sure. Like 99.9%.
I mean, in the MCU he does, but
Yeah,
I don't know about in the comic books. So I thought he
I
lived
don't know
on
about the
another
comic books either.
planet. In the comic books, there were also like characters like were smaller. Well,
Smaller how?
like their abilities aren't as large as like
Oh,
Thor,
yeah,
like Captain
Ant-Man?
America.
Ant-Man got, like, had this awesome thing.
Yeah, I would have liked because I know when I was watching the movie and they brought Ant-Man out of the truck, I was like, I mean, now I know it's Ant-Man, but when I was watching that first scene with whatever the guy's name is, I was kind of like, who is this guy? I probably should know who that guy is. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's Ant-Man. I remember him. I watched that movie, which is very interesting.
I
I
feel
guess
like
from that point,
Ant-Man...
'cause I wish they could have brought more, like a little. I wish they could have put him more in the beginning, like a few scenes at the beginning of the movie, so that you kind of realize this guy's Ant-Man when you bring him out. He's kind of like, oh, you're now part of the Avengers.
Yeah. But Ant-Man wasn't as well known, so that's why
I mean, no, but you should know him because he was like
No,
when
you don't...
when you go to see a Marvel movie, I think to get the full experience, you need to watch all of the other ones before because they bring out little parts
Yeah.
of it. It's like if you
Yeah,
watch
definitely.
like this movie, now you know what this little part of it means, and if not, you just like, oh, I guess that's cool or whatever. But there's like little meanings in it, like the delivery guy.
Yep.
That guy is Stan Lee, the guy who made Marvel.
No, I know that.
I know, but if people don't know that, it's just like some girlfriend who saw the movie because her boyfriend wanted to. They're not gonna know that, but it's funny because they call it Tony Stank or whatever
Stank, yeah.
instead of
Instead of
Stark.
yeah.
So they still enjoy the scene, but it's like all the little fanboys are like, oh, it's Tony, oh my gosh. So there's just like a second part to it that makes it so much better to people who actually care about it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that was one of those moments. Like, so people who really like the Marvel movies would be like, that is Ant-Man, and others would be like, oh, I guess that's a funny guy.
Yeah, I mean,
But then figure out it's Ant-Man later. And like that joke that Tony Stark made when he was walking by in the prison,
yeah.
it was like, I'm gonna get you, Ant-Man says, and he's like, and then Tony Stark goes, who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a fun
Because he's
part.
not well known, yeah.
Yeah, or as well known.
As well known.
But
Thank
he
you.
has some really cool power. Like when he goes into Iron Man's suit, and he goes, I am your conscience.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a few funny parts in this movie.
Yeah.
But
And when Captain America kissed Peggy Carter's
oh yeah.
daughter, or like aunt or niece. I have to go through all of them. Niece. But I liked how they tied in Agent Carter.
Yes, that was very well
Have you
integrated.
watched Agent Carter, like the TV show?
I have not. It looks
They've
very
had
good
two
though.
seasons, and I'm not sure if it was renewed for a third one. ABC, I think they're going through all of their things and seeing whether they wanted to keep it or not, and I think that was on the maybe list.
Yeah.
Because it was Agent Carter is really like the Marvel show that goes on so that you can still be immersed in the MCU and like that world without while they film Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Agents of Shield is like a 20 season episode or 20 episode
that was
season.
the best. That was the best TV show ever.
It's
It's still going on.
Yeah, they're in the third season. I don't know if they finished it or not. I usually watch it over like a month after it gets on Netflix.
Yeah, it's just awesome. If you haven't
Probably
started
the summer
watching it,
season 3. But I liked all the stuff they did with the Inhumans. It was really great.
yeah, definitely
Which
very,
is
very
a
well
big
done.
tie into that Inhumans movie. But they took, like the big picture that they always have with like all the movies coming up.
Yeah,
They took Inhumans off of that list. They haven't canceled it though, so I don't know if they're like maybe they're changing the date or something because now that Spider-Man's coming out,
yeah.
that Spider-Man
Spoiler.
Homecoming.
Spoiler: Spider-Man will
Guys.
return at the end.
It's spoiler cast. We can say whatever we want about.
No,
the movie.
I know.
Yeah. I liked how they made it more realistic with Spider-Man by actually having he handmade or not handmade, but he made his string. Because in some I think the original comic books, the string came out of him naturally.
Yeah,
The spider he just transformed to be able to go like that and string come out of him. But I like how he's just like that smart to be able to make it.
yeah,
Actually, in the comic books, he had a really cool costume. It was black and red, and they had like these mechanical leg type of things. I think it was 3 on each side that he could use. But then he got pretty beat up by two guys, and then he brings Spider-Man back to the Captain America side, and saves him basically. And so he loses that costume though. So by the end of the book, he only has his normal blue and red one. One of the things I didn't like about the movie though was any scene in the prison, actually, besides a few funny moments. I felt it was kind of lighthearted most of the movie. It was kind of oh, I can just kind of fool around while in the middle of this fight.
They needed to do something with the extra characters while Tony Stark was beating up Captain America.
I
and
think
Bucky.
no, but it had a purpose in the movie, and I liked that purpose. But I didn't like the prison in general. I didn't like how unrealistic it was to have this random thing come out of the ocean. That was just stereotypically always raining on, basically, until the last scene in the movie where it wasn't. It was kind of sunny out.
Yeah.
But when he comes up, the water particles looked really fake, which is unlike the MCU. I noticed.
Yeah.
Like, I was
One.
kind of like, that looks like it was made by a computer, where I was like, well, this is really crazy, but I can kind of picture this if someone was to make an underground prison where this wasn't the case.
Yeah.
Like,
One
I would have liked
question
if it was, like,
that.
somewhere in Antarctica or something, you know?
Yeah. One question that I have is though, you know, on the teleprompter where they had Tony Stark was
Yes.
talking to the people to
At MIT.
MIT about technology and things,
Yeah, and now they're
and
trying
it
to fund the
said Pepper
project.
Potts. Pepper
I'm
Potts.
pretty sure that's his ex-wife. They got
No, no, no,
divorced.
no, I know, but where is she?
They just got divorced.
That can't be it.
Well, he explained it in the movie at the UN building when they're talking to Bucky, and then the guy came in.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because,
yeah.
like, he just wanted to be Iron Man, and it was hard to have a relationship when this guy is constantly on the move saving the Earth and whatever.
Yeah.
So got divorced. So what did you think of War Machine? Because I thought in Age of Ultron, I thought he was kind of underdeveloped.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
was just kind of like, hey,
I
I'm
think-
here now. Let's
yeah.
save the Earth.
He was basically introduced in Age of Ultron,
He was
and then
introduced, yeah.
now he's actually put in to this
Yeah.
movie,
And then he was shot out of the sky.
and now he's back out again.
Well, he was
Decide,
in like this, he's like
Marvel.
almost dead, and then with technology they were able to bring him back.
Well, not yet officially. He's
Well,
paralyzed.
I mean, he's like he has like leg things.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
So
this.
by the next movie, he's gonna be pretty much okay again.
yeah,
But I didn't like. Well, I guess they have to do this to protect.
I
like,
wonder
the
what's gonna happen.
characters, but I wish throughout the whole MCU they would have added more extra characters in to the Avengers. Like if there are just a few extra characters that people kind of cared about, but not really, that they could have killed off during Civil War and Infinity War.
Yeah,
Because in the comic books, it was kind of like, this is a very harsh moment in all of these superheroes' lives, but you don't really know which characters are gonna like survive. You know?
well, I guess that's half of the fun.
Yeah, it's like I don't like that's the point of Game of Thrones a lot of times, I think. It's like you go into this episode, it's like I don't know if my favorite character is gonna die or not. You know?
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
it gets
It's
slayed.
kind of like the Hunger Games, but
Yeah, it's like Tyrion could die at any moment, even though that's the only character I know because I don't watch it. Even though cause I just like Peter Dinklage as an actor. But, you know, Tyrion could die at any moment, pretty much, even though he's a big character. And you just have to be, like, waiting for that kind of,
yeah.
you know? Like,
So-
you know a death is gonna happen, where it's this one, it's like, these characters are all really great, and they're gonna need to have those for future movies, or, like, you know that Black Panther isn't gonna die, because he has an upcoming movie, and he was just
Yeah.
introduced.
Yeah,
Or it could have been,
exactly.
or, like, they could have added, like, a new character. It's like, hey, I'm in the Avengers now. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no. Which, I mean,
Well,
they couldn't
I
do
felt-
that for, like, Spider-Man or anything, but, like, an extra character that wouldn't really matter.
Yeah, I felt like they would have already introduced him in a previous movie to be able to kill them off. So
Yeah.
none of the movies that
Like-
were just in none of the characters.
Maybe they
that were
could
just-
have kept Silver Surfer until Civil War, and then killed Silver Surfer off then,
Hmm.
right?
I don't even know what Silver Surfer's all about.
He can run really fast.
Well, I mean, I think
Is
it needs.
it
to be-
Silver Surfer, right? Am I getting
That's-
his name right?
No, Silver Surfer is in the Fantastic Four, right?
Nope.
So, would you like to move on to games we played and things that we've done over the past week or 2 weeks?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
So, as you know, we've been talking about Civil War. So, we went to that today.
Today, yeah.
And games that we've been playing, I don't know. I started to play Men at War Assault Squad 2, which is
Oh,
pretty cool.
what platform?
PC.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. It's a World War II game, and you battle out as either the Japanese, the Germans, the Americans, or the Russians, or the USSR, actually.
You
And
mean the Soviet
battle in
Union?
large scale.
It would have been the Soviet Union back then.
All of the above, yeah.
What about England?
Nope, I don't think they put England in there.
But England's like a huge part of
I-
World War II.
Don't ask the game developers. Don't ask me.
You should make a very angry email saying that they should have added
I mean, they might. I just haven't played
England.
them yet. They might. So, other games? I know we just got the beta
I'm still playing
for.
Borderlands.
Okay, yeah, you've
I've
been
got to
playing
level
Borderlands.
20, I think. Yeah. I got into
Yeah,
the next area, which is very open compared to the other one where it's very like, this is a settlement. Now this is like kind of open terrain. Now
yeah.
you're in another settlement. And this one was very open, and there's actually some guys that you have to, like, the main quest is like, you have to, the big boss in the level is like this guy named Mad Mel.
Mad
Um,
Mel.
yep.
Is he mad?
I think it was a joke because it was like Mad Max.
Oh, I get it.
Um,
Was that?
that's a
Never
movie
mind.
and a
No, no,
game.
no, I know.
But
So,
anyways,
we got the beta for
no,
Overwatch.
I'm still talking about Borderlands.
I'm sorry.
But anyways,
I'm really not.
you get into like this area, and there's multiple ways to do it. I actually found it easiest because I'm not very good at driving those things. And he does a lot of high damage. I stood behind the area where you enter, and I shot him with my new sniper rifle, which actually does fire damage, I guess you would call it. So it does like catches things on fire.
Cool. Very, very cool.
And then we also started the Overwatch beta.
Oh, now you steal it again.
Duh.
So the Overwatch beta is
It's really fun.
it's really fun, but
This is the first time I experienced it after all the YouTubers I watched are like, Overwatch, oh my gosh. And I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. Maybe I might try that in that open beta that was I think it was supposed to originally happen over the summer, but they didn't. They started now with the open.
It's
Maybe there
definitely-
was another open beta. I don't know.
yeah, it's definitely very, very cool. You have
it's
a whole
it's
bunch
done,
of characters
basically.
to choose from.
It's
What?
like
Yeah.
some betas are like we're almost done, but there's like you can tell this isn't like a finished product.
Yeah, like the Halo 5 beta a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
that was,
this one is like this one's been done, and people have been saying that since like the closed betas, like a year ago. I was like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
game feels like you could release it now and it still sell really well. That's like the point of Blizzard. Like their games are all like great.
yeah, they're
You know,
doing
like
a really good job.
they haven't. I don't think they've made like a bad game. You know, they've had like the 4 or 3 Warcraft games. And
Yeah.
they have World of Warcraft, their big MMO. Which I mean, they've had like their okay and not so great DLCs, but overall the game is still really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have Hearthstone, they have their Diablos, and then now they have Overwatch.
Yeah.
Like all those things are like huge, you know? So they've done it again. And
Yeah.
I think this is
They're
gonna be my
back
game
at it
of
with
the
the
summer.
good games.
I think this is gonna be my game of the summer.
The game of the summer?
I usually pick one full price coming out game in the summer and then in the fall or winter. So last year I got, well actually I got it for my brother for his birthday. I got Shadows of Mordor. No, I didn't. I lied. I got him Batman Arkham Knight, and then I got Fallout 4.
Very
I
cool.
think the year before that I didn't get one just because I was that big into gaming. I played a lot of my brother's games. And I played a lot of MMOs that I would need to get like a big release for.
Yeah.
But I think this year, at this point anyways, it's gonna be Overwatch, and then I don't know. Actually, for the winter, I've been very choosy, but at this point, probably Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
If it has a good release date, because I'm not getting it day one, because well, first of all, it comes out September 30th, and the same day, which is the same day as Luke Cage,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Netflix show.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait for reviews to come up, and then I'll watch Luke Cage, and then I'll probably get that for like Christmas. But there's
Nice.
like a ton of other games too, and there's a ton of like smaller games I'm interested in, like Mighty Number 9, Ukulele. There's a supposed Batman re-release of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, which are great games.
I haven't heard of that one. What is it?
Arkham Return to God, or Batman Return to Arkham.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a digital re-release with all the DLCs for the first 2 games.
Cool.
Which people were disappointed it wasn't all of the games. Like, they could have waited a little longer and released, like, Arkham Knight and other stuff there. But if it's not full priced, I think it's a really good deal. Like, if it's, like, $40 for those 2 games, it's totally worth it.
Yeah. I haven't heard of it, so I don't know. But a
Because
game that
I think those 2 games are the best 2 in the series anyways. I think I liked Arkham Asylum better than City because Well, in Arkham Asylum, there hasn't been really a great Batman game until then. So it was a great Batman game, and then City was also a really great Batman game. I think it had a better story than Asylum, and it had a lot more better. Everything was in Arkham City was better,
It was
which is
better.
why a
Yeah.
lot of people like Arkham City. But I think I liked Asylum more just as a game because everything was so new and I hadn't experienced it before. Where City was
Yeah.
like, okay, I
I
know how the
understand what you
game
mean.
works.
Yeah.
They have some new features, but there wasn't like that awe factor to it, you know?
Yeah. Another game that I've been playing is Super Hot, I think it's called. And it's free on Steam, which is pretty cool. But it's a game where time only moves when you do. So you have,
So it's like strategic kind of.
yeah, it's kind of a strategic game. It's very fun. I would definitely recommend getting it. I know a couple of YouTubers have played it, and
I think
pretty cool.
Funhouse did one. With the podcast, I think.
Well, I think we just hit the half an hour mark, so
We did, basically. Is there anything else, actually?
I think we
We
hit
have
everything.
some new ideas that we want to do stuff.
Oh, yes.
That'd be cool if we can get that work over the summer. D&D is still going good. I'm still reading the Dungeon Master's Guide. I'm gonna read that, and I'm gonna skim through the West Coast or Sword Coast Adventures Guide.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna use the knowledge I learned from that to make the little area I'm starting off your characters in.
Yeah, I recently got a book of all the spells, weapons, and all the things that you can get, or most
In
things that you
D&D,
can in
5th
D&D.
edition.
What?
Do you know if it's 5th edition?
Probably, yeah, I think it's 5th edition. So I'm gonna start to
Like,
read
is it
that.
actually from the makers of D&D? Like,
Yeah.
West Coast something. West Coast Wizards, is it called? Something like that. I never know.
I'm not 100%, but yeah,
That'd be
It's-
cool if I
it-
could borrow that for a few days.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
It's really insightful. I read the back cover, but I haven't started to read it yet. So
Yeah.
that would be good.
And also I have the monster manual as well, so
Yeah.
I have a big list of a ton of creatures and their stats that I don't have
Yeah.
to make up. And I mean I could change it if I wanted it to, but
Yeah.
I'm not because it's easier.
So yeah, we'll have a few more people hopefully joining our group before we.
Maybe it's tough because
Yeah.
Justin's not. Because
Justin's not.
basically not in the group anymore, which is too bad. Because he just doesn't want to do anything with us.
Yeah.
George would be
Hopefully.
nice to have, but he doesn't like to tell us when his plans change.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're
good old
ended up.
George.
So we all come, and then he's like, "Oh, sorry, my phone was dead, and I'm at a thing right now, so
Yeah.
I can't."
But we have Cooper coming.
Maybe
Cooper.
not for you two or both. Well, I guess if he wants to.
Yeah, if he wants to. I mean,
It's their choice or whatever, but I mean, it's
D&D.
a commitment.
D&D is awesome, so we should just leave it at that.
Yeah. Oh, we should. Yeah, it'd be cool if we could get like 4 people to come. That'd be like
Yeah.
epic. And then with Neverwinter too. Neverwinter, we're actually filming.
Yes.
It's gonna come out next week, hopefully. I think we're filming
Neverwinter.
that tomorrow.
Neverwinter.
I made a schedule, but I don't think I can flip stuff around.
Wow, you can actually make stuff flip around.
Well, I mean, it's not tomorrow, but today
That-
I can.
That's so cool.
I can
Okay.
I can flip it to the morning, but it's also Mother's Day too. You have to remember.
Oh yes.
So I have to leave extra time for my mom. Because I'm supposed to be making waffles for her this morning, but I don't think we have any chocolate chips.
Oh, that's a problem.
Because I found this.
'Cause what's a waffle without chocolate chips?
No, but I found this cool recipe on like this Toll House channel, like the Toll House like chocolate chip cookies.
Yep.
Like that they have their own YouTube channel, and they had like this really cool recipe for chocolate chip waffles that requires like
There you
a
go.
bag of chocolate chips.
Except you need chocolate chips. That would.
But I
that's
forgot to
important.
tell my father what I need for him, so I'm gonna have to like I'll find something. I believe like caramel drops or something I can just melt. Right? Can you put caramel on waffles?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully.
Well, I'm
Maybe you can
actually
comment
tired
on
now.
that. Yeah, maybe you can comment on that.
Yeah. Well,
So,
thank you so much for tuning in.
like and
Make sure to
subscribe.
like and subscribe because we want more than ourselves to subscribe to us.
Yep, that's basically
I'm
it.
very lonely right now.
Okay. Goodbye.